2. And we are live from London. My name is John Reitmeyer. It's the Cruise Amigos, and we just want to say happy spring. I don't know how it is around the world, but here in Minnesota, we have had some sunshine. We've had just the right amount of rain, and the grass is turning green. The bees are buzzing, and we just want to say, let's go out and find somewhere to dip our toes in the water. Huh? Huh? Let's do it. Let's go swimming at least. Let's do something. We have got an incredible show for you today, and there's only one person that can actually do the proper introductions here. There's just one guy. Can you believe this? Watch this. Martin, this is a surprise for you. This is going to be a surprise. Are you ready? Everybody, fasten your seatbelts.
First, greetings and my appreciation for all your thoughts and prayers over the past troubling months. Over the years, I've been lucky enough to make some awesome friends. Friends like Emma and Sue and Janine and so many others. And so I'm really excited to see my longtime friend and advisor, Dave Monk, with the Cruise Amigos. You guys have a great show.
Is that lovely? Not awesome? That, of course, for those joining us for the first time, that is Chili. Chili Falls actually is his name. He lives out on the East Coast, and he was with us from the very beginning, and what a guy. And he is, of course, fighting the big C word, but he is looking good today, and we hope he'll be able to join us once in a while, at least, as time goes on. And he, of course, was doing the introduction for the gentleman on my left. Left, right, I don't know. Anyway, his name is Dave Monk. I have just a 25-minute history of him that I want to read to just get a few. No, really not. His name is Dave Monk. Is that your God-given birth name?
David is my formal name.
Okay, well, Will. Middle initial?
C.
Social security number, please. He's known as Shipmonk. He's been a journalist for more than 40 years. Count them. He began writing about cruising in 2005. Set up his blog shipmonk.co.uk in 2013, and he actually quit his job. He did the big Emma trick in 2013. No, 16 to pursue his interest full time. What a lucky guy. I'm not going to say how old he is right now because that's coming up later in the show. He has sailed with 30 different cruise lines on everything from a 12-person boat to the biggest ship in the world. We're gonna test him on that later. He writes for British national newspapers, magazines, and websites like the Daily Telegraph, the Daily Mirror, and the World of Cruising. You will find him as at Shipmonk on Twitter and Instagram, Shipmonk on Facebook. Oh, you're going to see about this too, but there was a big other kind of similar named company. We're going to hear about that later. He has an alter ego in the Harry Potter universe. I gotta find out about that. Here he is. His name is Dave Monk, joining Amigo Martin down below, Amigo Pete down below, and it is the officially, here we are. We are the Cruise Amigos, and we are joined by this really spectacular guy that now gets to float around the salt water and prove once again that Euripides was correct. We can travel places on the top of the water. Dave, welcome.
Hello. It's lovely to be here. Thank you for having me.
It's just wonderful to have you here. It's just, I know you've watched the show enough to realize that nothing here is really serious. You know, we may or may not actually be here in reality. This could just be some digital graphics that have been created by somebody in America called Q or something. I don't know how that's going. So welcome to the show. We know that you know a whole lot about cruising, and we just want to kind of pick your brain and find out what your opinion on this is. Or is this some big dramatic like test for us to see if we really has Norwegian done this to see if they should build another ship, or are we not really serious about it?
I got to say welcome, by the way, Dave, as well. Very, very quickly, John. Yeah. We have the lovely Emma. Emma's mum, Emma's dad are watching. Emma,
I see.
She's there. Yeah, they're watching. Tyler, hi, Tyler's watching. Jackie's watching. Hi, Nikki. So There we go.
I follow in great footsteps, so it's lovely to be here.
You do.
Did I get everybody? There?
We have, John. Yeah. So, yeah.
Jackie gets 2.
And lady as well. Ladies here. Hi, lady.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Emma misses you. Emma misses you, Dave.
She does. I miss her. I love seeing her on ships. So be great when we are able to join a ship together again.
Yeah, it will be. And Katie's here and Sonny's here, so you're going to be very popular. We got anyone out there, by the way, please ask Dave any questions, because anyone that follows me on Cruises for Solos, you'll know that I'm always sharing your posts, Dave.
Because that's very kind.
The reason being is that you're so on the ball. I get so much great information about what is happening right now. So it comes up, I follow your posts on Shipmonk, and then, of course, I share them to Cruises for Solos. And so please ask any questions for Dave. John, sorry.
It's a round. You can talk too, Pete. And by the way, Pete, before the show started, Dave told me he doesn't have any free tickets. So
I wish I had some myself.
Yeah. It's sorry.
Yeah, they were the good days. They were the good days, weren't they? When we could all get on, get invited to launches and chat and tell everybody how fabulous these companies and the cruise ships were.
Oh,
They will happen again very soon, I'm sure, Dave.
Oh, yes. Well, we're hoping now that cruising is really starting to come back, particularly in the UK, that after a year of doing nothing and writing about when, how and where cruising will come back, that we'll finally actually get to be on a ship again soon. There's so many going around the UK that we're hoping that the invitations will come out, and there'll be the opportunity to try a lot of new ships as well. 6 new ships launching this summer in Britain, and a 7th one in December. A lot of them, it's like buses. You wait a year and then they all come along at once. So we got clashing maiden voyages of Viking Venus and MSC Virtuosa. And then we've got another clashing maiden voyage of Scarlet Lady at last, after all this time, and P&O cruise ship Iona. So, yeah, there's going to be lots of crowded waters around the UK this year.
Wow. Emma's asked a question, by the way.
Oh,
Dave,
heaven.
do you think we should take a cruise on the scenic Eclipse? Would you try the helicopter or submarine?
Well, yes to all 3. I was actually investigating another expedition cruise this year, which would involve a helicopter. So I asked lots of questions about it, and I think I'd be really happy to go up in the helicopter. And as for the submarine, yes, that sounds great fun. I think these new expedition ships that are coming along, the Seabourn Venture submarine, is going to have a champagne cooler on board. The submarine, yeah, that's right, is going to have a champagne cooler on board. So that's going to be great fun. I think Emma and I got to see Scenic Eclipse in Rotterdam when the plastic was still on the furniture. There wasn't an awful lot to see, but it gave us an idea of what it will be like, and it's going to be a fantastic ship. Yeah, it's going to be like James Bond. I'll have to put on my bow tie and tuxedo because being on there, you fly off on a helicopter, go 1,000 feet down in the submarine. It's going to be great fun. But yes, we might have to save up for that one, but that would be a fantastic ship to do.
I can see you saying, my name's Monk. Dave Monk.
Yeah, Dave Monk. Yeah, well, in fact, when Emma and I were also together on Spirit of Discovery when that launched, and my room number was 007. So yeah, it was, that was
there we go.
Great one to do the old tuxedo with.
I do have a 1-minute submarine story, John, if I can throw it in quickly.
Yeah.
Just reminded me of years ago, I took my 11-year-old goddaughter onto a submarine in Puerto Rico, Gran Canaria. And of course, we're going down in submarine. You can see all the bubbles and some of the bubbles. And I turned around to my goddaughter very quietly and I said to her, you know what they are? She goes, oh, they're fish farts, yeah. And next minute, about 10 minutes later, all these bubbles come up again, and at the top of her voice on this submarine, she goes, "Pete, look, all those fish farts." Oh my God, what an idiot.
Never work with children and animals.
I know.
And why are you on the show? You've got both. You see,
Good one, John.
Oh God! Oh.
And you chose to be on this show, Martin. You know, so you picked it. You know, we didn't recruit you. So I mean.
Well, I just have to come and be part of this amazing show, which is every week enlightens me. It really does. It's just my whole mind is opened up with the show every week. But I can tell you what I'm saying. Then I really fancy the idea of the champagne cooler on the submarine. That's the submarine. I can just see me sat there with a glass of champers.
See, and I thought it was so that they could open it all and the bubbles might lift you up if there was a technical problem. I thought that's what that was for. Oh, have we got any questions here? Jim. Oh, Jim says, good afternoon. Emma says they were still laying carpet.
That's right.
Oh.
I mean, a lot of shipyard tours, as you know, when you go and see the ships when they're still being built. I mean, obviously there are trailing wires, the walls aren't complete. There's so much still to be done, and you think, how will they ever get this finished? But they do. But when we went to Rotterdam, obviously the ship had been delivered, but it wasn't. It was still, the interior was still in a state of preparation, shall we say. Everything, all the chairs, everything was still in their plastic. So it's very difficult. We weren't actually allowed to take pictures inside because it was so chaotic. And the helicopters as well. They were still strapped down, so they didn't think it gave it the right kind of expedition look at the time. But it was a wonderful trip. And for us in the UK, Rotterdam's just a hop away. So it was a nice day out in those days when we used to be able to do those sort of things.
So we got a question from Tony, and let's start with Martin and then Pete, and we'll end up with Dave. Martin, what have you got booked right now for yourself?
Not booked at the moment, but I'm thinking about booking this evening the Celebrity Apex out of Athens, the 7-night Greek Isles cruise around Santorini, Mykonos, and we were meant to do that in May, but it got cancelled. And the only bit that we're not doing is Malta, so we're thinking of that. If Bojo lets us get out of the country and Greece is on the good list, not the naughty list.
And is this a repeat for you, or will this be first sailings for you?
First sailing around the Greek Isles, and this will be the third attempt at getting on Apex since all of this. So if I don't get on it this time, then I'm giving it up. And then Virtuosa, hopefully 20th of May, and Virgin Voyages the 6th of August. My plans up to August, and then we'll see what happens the rest of the year.
Sure. Pete, what you got going?
Well, officially booked at the moment. I've still got the Epic booked from Rome in October. The middle of October, going around the Caribbean. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen with that, to be honest with you. Again, it depends whether or not we can travel to Italy. Hopefully we can do. So I've got that booked. Love the Epic. It's one of our favourite ships, isn't it, John? And one other one I booked ages ago, a long, long time ago, and it's still officially booked, is the Iona in January. It's the middle of January. It's going to the Canary Islands 2 weeks, because I got a very, very early deal on a balcony as a solo traveler. So I've got that. Those are the two I've got booked. Of course, there's so much choice this summer. For me, I kind of want to wait and see what happens. I'm looking at maybe booking something last minute. One, obviously to see how things are, but more than anything else, the British Isles, I'm looking for the weather. And I think if I can book something last minute, I'll have a really good idea about how the weather's going to be. Because I did the Encore transatlantic from Southampton to New York, and it rained every day and it storms every day. So I need a sunny cruise.
You do, Pete. You're looking a little ragged. But Dave, before I go to you, we got a telex in here, and the guy says, He says, I really enjoy your show, but I think I'm on the wrong Facebook page. I thought I was watching Hair Club for Men. So anyway, Dave, what you got booked?
Nothing booked at the moment. The part of the problem and the opportunity, as we're all saying, is just there's so much going on. So it's waiting to see how things pan out, what invitations there are, and as I say, a lot of things are clashing dates. So there's going to be some hard choices to be made between which ships to go on.
There is.
Have you made any of those choices, Dave, in your mind?
Not publicly yet, but hopefully I should be able to let people know soon.
He's waiting for the gift bags to come in just to see. Oh, a new camera. Maybe. No, kidding. For me, my last cruise was the Star Transatlantic, and sadly, that was just a bus cruise for me. I should have been on the Epic, but I didn't want to go to Puerto Rico. And my next cruise is hopefully after Pete does his circle around the Med while they're trying to tune the engines or something. I don't know. But then the Epic is coming over to America, and I'm on that one yet. And I don't know if I will be on it because I have not literally the farmstead. This is the driveway out of our farm. Yesterday was the first time I actually went out and just took a drive around the country, looked at all of our farmsteads, and went and had a Dairy Queen and ice cream. Because of some health conditions, I'm just not mixing with people. And tomorrow will be my first drive. I'll be going 400 miles away and coming back. Other than doctor visits, I've been here for a year. And we also don't know if our beloved new president will even let us out of the country yet. And yes. I say that both sarcastically and sardonically. I mean, it's just so terrible here in America right now. People are both sad, angry. It's just such a mess here right now. In other Facebook groups that I'm in, you might just make a comment asking a question, and all of a sudden 40 people just collide with you. A guy in my church that I went to Sunday school with, I'm elderly. We have bought 100 cars from him through our farming operation. And he said, if that's your opinion, I ask a question, by the way. It was not an opinion. I asked a question. I will never have anything to do with you again in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've seen a really important question, John. This has come up.
Speaking of questions.
Yes. Really important questions. Dave.
Yes.
A question from Emma. Do you know any secret places where she can get her vaccine?
Emma, I got it. I didn't bring it over today.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be marvelous? Obviously, a lot of the cruise lines are insisting on vaccination, and that's full vaccination, both doses, 7 or 14 days before sailing. So that's quite a major impediment. But I know Emma's going to go on MSC Virtuoso because MSC aren't requiring the vaccinations. So, but yeah, that's going to be quite a thing for people because there's 12 weeks delay between the two jabs as well. So you have to be well in advance.
There we go. I mean, she could sneak on. I said to Emma before, she could sneak on the Disney ship, just put the Mickey Mouse ears on, yeah? Or the Minnie Mouse ears. Sneak on Disney. I mean, I actually met John. I don't know if you know this, but I mean, I actually did see Dave. I saw Dave. I'm not sure Dave saw me. I was actually on the Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady. Emma was there as well when we got invited in Dover. First time I've ever been invited on a ship, by the way, in Dover. And there is Dave. Yeah.
By the gigantic pool.
What do you think about Virgin Voyages are actually going to be able to sell at last, and they're sailing from the UK? What do you think?
I think it's fantastic. You have to have some sympathy. Well, I do. Maybe others don't. With Sir Richard Branson, I've visited the shipyard a couple of times when when they were building both Scarlet Lady and Valiant Lady. I mean, the guys, obviously he's very rich, very well off, but he's a ball of energy. And you would, if I had that much money, I would just retire. But he's coming up with new ideas all the time. He's going into new markets. The number of things that you could do with the Virgin brand, from some of them have gone now, but the Virgin Cola, Virgin vodka, so many holidays, there was a bridal shop, and anyway, and obviously he's gone into space, and now he's looking at ocean cruising. And this is a guy, I mean, he's had this dream since he was in his 20s. And originally he said, I only want people in the 30s coming on. And of course, as he's got older and older, he's been more flexible in the clientele he's reaching for. But I mean, this is a brave thing for him to get into, and obviously the timing was just disastrous, as it turned out.
Yeah.
But he knew so little about cruising. When I asked him about who the godmother would be, he'd never even heard of a godmother. He had no idea what that meant in cruising terms. So it's fantastic. I mean, this is, as you were saying, Pete. You, Emma, I, and others were invited to board Scarlet Lady in Dover in February last year. And in all that time, it was just going to go over. Originally, it was going to go to New York, then Miami. And there was going to be press junkets everywhere. All that had to be cancelled. The sailings had to be cancelled. And the launch date has been put back several times. And now they've decided to launch in the UK. So it's fantastic that it's finally set in sail, and if I do get the chance to go on it again, it'd be wonderful. And let's hope it's sunny, because you'll remember the weather in Dover was atrocious. The wind was so bad that they wouldn't let people onto the ship because the gangway was flexing in the wind. So I mean, it's thing about Virgin, people. I think people are going to love it or hate it, but it's innovative. At least they're taking a new approach to cruising. There's things I do like, I don't like, but at least it's good to see someone else coming in and shaking things up a bit.
I saw something dodgy come up then, John.
What did I say? What did I do?
Wow.
I think I don't know whether it's an accolade or a shame, but I think I was probably one of the last people to get on the Scarlet Lady.
Oh, in Liverpool.
In Liverpool, yeah. And then she set sail off transatlantic to do the New York party and the Miami one. And before they got there, they had to cancel it all. So it'd be nice to get back on. I mean, I'm a bit like you, Dave. There's some parts I think are great, some parts I'm a bit dubious about, and I want to see it sailing so I can experience it properly rather than just the showcases they did, if you know what I mean.
Yes. I think one of the things that I missed was an observation lounge and the floor to ceiling windows you get on some ships that give you a wonderful view of the ocean. On the Virgin ship, there's these giant portholes, about 6 foot across. It's very much done on an interior design. Obviously, lots of space on deck, but I think it takes a bit of getting used to. And one night in Dover doesn't really give you the opportunity to really experience it as it would be at sea.
That sounds like a film, Dave. One night in Dover.
But yeah, the restaurants, some of them are a bit wacky, but the restaurant, the foods are great. Food's great. Some of the lounges are really good. The club, I think the nightclub is fantastic. Some of it was really off the wall, some of the entertainment, but it's different, it's fun. And I think in the year that's gone that they may have rethought some of their plans. They may have moderated them a little. There's not so much publicity now about the tattoo parlors and the drag brunches and that kind of stuff. So it may be that they're going, they know they've got to compete with the mainstream cruise lines. So we shall see how it goes. And you were saying the price points competitive. So yes, it will be interesting. It's certainly different. It's not one of these out of a mold sort of cruise ships. So let's see how it goes, and be interesting to see what, if any, changes they make on Valiant Lady and Resilient Lady, the third ship, and they've got a fourth one still on order. So there's a lot of places to fill when it's obviously sailing at full capacity, 2,800 passengers. So they've got to find their niche in the market, and good luck to them. I think it's good to encourage new people into the cruise business.
Wait a minute. You just said 2,800 passengers, right?
Yeah.
I have a magic machine. No, 2,800, and so that's times 52 weeks, right? Right. Times
That's for a year.
Four ships now, give or take.
Yeah,
Four
it will
ships.
be 4 eventually.
So they need 582,400 guests a year,
And adults. No children.
Well, children, I'm just kidding. You know that.
Although Branson did say, again, this is something that he might change, but he did. Yeah. When I spoke to him at Shipyard, he did say that after the 4, presumably after these 4, he would think of going, for a ship that did cater to children as well. So we
Martin,
shall see.
Average week on one of Branson's ships might be about what in pounds?
Oh, geez.
Just pick a number. I mean, is it 1,000 pounds a week or 800?
Probably it's around about 900 to 1,000 pounds.
Okay, so that's
4 or 5 nights. You don't get the week. You don't get a week on it.
But that means that you got to find 524 million pounds out there that people have in their pockets to. That's a hit in the market. Oh, okay. Martin has volunteered to cover the first year of people sailing on those ships. No. So Branson is smart as, he's not a dumb guy. I mean, separate from his craziness and his wackiness. I remember when he bought the first 747. Oh, yeah. God, that dates me a lot. But he's got to have something. He wouldn't be doing this unless he really, separate from the COVID thing that came around, he wouldn't be doing this unless he figures that he knows whatever we had there of 500, 50.
Of course, at the time this was announced, and we're going back, I think I wrote the first story in 2015 or something. Well,
far.
when he first announced it, I mean, obviously it's, the buildings of the ship's taken some time, but when he first announced it, the cruise industry was on a complete high. You're talking, now 30 odd million people a year around the world. So it seemed like a business that was ripe to get into. But
you say that, but that means that 30 million people, he wanted more than 5% of that market. He was going in for more than 5%. His bean counters must have figured this out, and they must have considered, travesties ahead. These guys are smart.
Yeah.
But I've got a question for Dave. Is that okay, John? Because we talked about the Virgin.
No, Peter, it's not okay.
Yeah. We talked about Virgin. Okay. We talked about Virgin. We were lucky in the UK. Unfortunately, at the moment, you're not in America, John. Hopefully, that will change. But in the UK, we're becoming the centre of the cruising world. This summer. And as you mentioned, it's a great opportunity for UK cruisers to try a ship that we probably would never get a chance to, and go to some places we would never normally go. You mentioned before, Dave, that there were quite a few new ships that are debuting this summer. Yes. Can you tell us about which ships, which companies they are, and is there any itinerary that you would go, I would love to do, because it's never ever going to happen again?
Well, these are the ships launching in the UK this summer. So the itineraries are all pretty much around Britain. Some are slightly different. They go up to Scotland. Some are doing the whole round trip. But of those ships, if I can remember them, there's the Viking Venus. So that you've got the 7th in the Viking Cruises Ocean Fleet, MSC Virtuosa, of course. You've got P&O's Iona. There is Scarlet Lady, as we mentioned. There's the Golden Horizon, which is the new tall ship that's being launched, the biggest tall ship in the world. And the other one this year it's gone from my mind, but the one in December is Seabourn Venture. So that's sailing from Greenwich. Wow. But I remember the other one. It's going to be obvious, but it's just slipped my mind at the moment.
And of course, the Celebrity have got their new ship launching as well, aren't they?
What, Apex?
Apex.
Yeah, in Greece, yes.
In Greece, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So what a
Yeah,
great opportunity.
there's obviously going to be other. I mean, we're still waiting to hear what's going to happen with Mardi Gras, which again has been postponed so many times. But that should be launching in Florida. Sorry, just reading Emma's.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's been delayed so many times, Mardi Gras. But I mean, that would be fantastic. A roller coaster at sea. I'm going to love that when I get the chance to go on it.
No show. Oh, okay.
Emma, shall I read that? Emma, my daughter's 24 and got her first vaccine a couple of weeks ago. Wow. And there's a date in June for her second. She found a vaccination centre which offers a no-show vaccine. No-show vaccine. That could be interesting, Emma, to people who are willing to turn up on the spec or just hang out outside, I guess, It took a couple of weeks, but we managed to get in the end. We're now looking forward to cruising on Iona's second voyage. Rob, wow. There we go. There's a way, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
It's a good idea to do, though, because we don't want to be wasting any of these vaccines, do we? So if anybody's out there and there's a centre nearby, get yourself waitlisted or nip down towards the end of the day and see if you can get them. I think there's a lot of controversy over that, but if it's going to go to waste at the end of the day, why not vaccinate somebody who's there?
Sonny, where's my invite?
That one.
Sonny, I got to go to the mailbox. I haven't had an invite yet.
I'll just mention the ship that slipped my mind just now. It's Spirit of Adventure, the new Saga ship.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
So that's another interesting one, over 50s only, but very, very smart ship, following on its sister Spirit of Discovery. So, yeah, there's lots of choice this year.
Do you know what's interesting about Saga, John? I don't know. You obviously, do you know anything about Saga in America?
I do not. No.
Because sometimes you look at the prices. I don't know what you think, Dave and Martin. You look at the prices of Saga, and I do as a solo cruiser, for instance. You look at the prices and you think, oh, that's a little bit out of my price range, to be honest. But what you don't realise, and I didn't realise, is they're all balconies. Every single
absolutely
jump right to balcony. Okay.
Is a balcony, and that's huge for a solo traveller. Yeah. It really is. So I think the prices, they're all inclusive. So you actually get so much more with Saga, and I am qualified, by the way.
Charming.
Look, a day over 58.
How charming to hear that.
The other thing about Saga is they do this wonderful pickup service, don't they? The VIP service that picks you up from the door and takes you to the port, and then brings you home again afterwards.
Standard?
Yeah, that's standard. So it's up to 200. Martin will know, but I think it's up to 250 miles. You travel alone. The car will pick you up and take you.
No.
Beyond that, it's you might have to share, or they might help with rail travel or whatever. But it's a wonderful service, particularly. I mean, we're talking over 50s, but
fantastic. Because that's such a mess for older people to do that whole cruise thing. The getting there and getting home thing is the mess.
Well, it's certainly reassuring. I've done it a couple of times with Saga on river cruises, and it's just great to know that that someone will come to your door, take you to the airport or to the port if it's ex-UK. So that's a wonderful service.
Yeah.
It's great.
Sunny Travels has said that he's in charge of a social club in Minnesota. He's got 8,400 members, and he fully intends to take a group on Virgin.
Well, there you go. That's someone.
Is he going to get 8,400 on that ship?
that will fill up a few voyages anyway.
But Sonny has never invited me, you see, so I don't get it. I'm in Minnesota. Sonny's in Minnesota. This is not fair. There it is.
Geez, but that the VIP service is great because it's like what the first class passengers get with like Emirates and Virgin and things. It's that sort of service, leather seats, nice cars, and the other thing is like you're saying, Dave. Yeah, it is 250 miles, but if you live further than that, you just pay the additional mileage. So if you're 260 miles, you just get charged for 10 miles.
Sonny, will you share with me? Maybe we could make it 500. Maybe 250 for you and 250 for me.
Sonny and share.
Yeah.
There aren't that many places 250 miles away, are there? Good one, Dave.
Oh, first show, and he gets, and he, oh.
We might have to
question.
explain that joke to some people, but
I do have a question, John. I don't know if you got it planned or not, but as I said, I share Dave's info. Dave gets information. I don't know where you get it from, Dave, but you are so ahead of most people, you know, so we know what's happening almost right now. So I hope maybe you've got some information we don't know about. But you also go under the term of a shipmonk, yeah?
yes, that's right. Yeah.
So I mean, how did that come about? Did you know? I said shipmonk, by the way, John.
Yes.
I know you know me.
I was waiting. I was waiting.
Yeah, well, that was one of those things that when I did decide, well, a very short history. So I started off, my first cruise was 2005. It was a press trip. I worked on a paper called Metro, and you know, the journalists get to go on press trips occasionally. So I ended up going on a cruise. So I did a 3-day cruise, and then, you know, it's like crack cocaine. They say, oh, if you know, how about a 7-day? So you go on a 7-day, and then I got caught up in this circle of writers and PR people and the cruise line. So I got invited to more and more events and onto more cruises, and then so I used to do like one feature a year in Metro. Metro's aimed at a young audience, and they didn't think cruising was their thing. So probably once a year I get a piece in. So 2013 I set up the blog because I had so much information that I couldn't use in print. And when I was thinking up a name for the blog, it's one of those eureka moments. The middle of the night, I was going through Dave's Cruises, Cruise with Dave, all that kind of, you know, Cruise with Monk, and then I thought Shipmonk. You know, it kind of sums up in 8 letters. Cruising, my name. It's a play on words, you know. So
was this a nocturnal moment in the middle of the night?
It was. It was about 3 a.m. I think. And then.
And did you spell it wrong the first time?
Well, I got on immediately. My son's a bit of an internet wizard, so we got on and made sure that, you know, we got the @Shipmonk on Twitter, sure, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. And then, of course, a couple of years later, along comes this huge Florida logistics firm, which decides to call itself Shipmonk. So people are constantly putting up things on Twitter saying that I've been given $290 million in loans. You know, I wish. You know, I don't know where I've put it, but so I think they would like to get hold of my handle one day, because they're being constantly confused with me. So but you know, so that's how Shipmonk came about.
It's wonderful.
Do you get confused for anyone, John? Do you get confused for anybody?
I have the name Mount Sinai. I've had it for 30 years. And there's some churches that want it really bad, and a hospital in, you know, New York. And they've offered me $50,000, which I accepted. And then they refused at the last minute. Their lawyer said, no, we'll just take it from him. That's been going on. Then I have the name Minnesota. Instead of Minnesota, I have Minnesota. I have also Dakota Soda, because we're working on a pop company. And company in Minneapolis decided that they own Minnesota, but we're fighting on that one. Oh yeah, I'm down this road a lot. You guys think I'm just a hack on the radio?
Yeah. No, John, we're not on the radio. This is like television. I know you've got a face for radio, pictures. John. Yeah, you have the face for radio, but
potato.
I
mean,
moving pictures. Don't mention potatoes again.
Yeah. I know Emma pays me every time I do. So.
Emma says she can't stand the name Shipmonk. Emma says she doesn't like the name Shipmonk. She says she doesn't like it at all.
I can read a comment. I can read it.
Okay, I'm kidding. Emma, I'm kidding.
Here, Emma has refuted that.
Wonderful.
He's definitely getting paid. He's definitely getting paid somewhere along the line, isn't he? Jeez.
Okay, so let's take a moment here, because we kind of lull down as conversations do. We do just want to take 1 second I got so many buttons to click here. We got to take just one
This will be
second.
fun.
Come on now, you guys. Come on now. We are actually a very serious. I got to get new glasses or something.
We're over here, John. We're over here. Wave to John so he knows what we're here, yeah?
Come
By the
into
way,
light,
Jo-
John.
Oh, here we go.
Come into light.
Just 1 second now. This is serious, you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we've done that.
Yeah,
'Cause
and Prince Philip was a great friend of people that worked at sea. Obviously, he worked in the Royal Navy himself, and a lot of seafarers look up to and respect what is now the memory of the Duke of Edinburgh and everything he did. So, yes, I agree with that.
and he respected his position for like 73
Yeah.
years.
Mm.
Wow. I mean, that's all. I don't want to get into it, but I know you guys have seen it 24 hours a day since his passing, but just
Absolutely.
that's all. So,
I will take my hat off, but I don't have a hat. So,
all right. So we have had this up there for a while, and there have been some comments now over on the thing, and some people do not have it exactly right here.
John, that's naughty.
What?
That's naughty of you.
Why was that naughty?
Naughty. Put the boys in order by age and win a bottle of
Cosmic saltwater. Cosmic now. This is cosmic.
Okay.
We're not shipping anything through the U.S. Post Office. So, but it's funny how some people. Okay, so this one said, Paul got it right. So let's see. There's so many comments. I got to go back here and see. But it was really funny. Some of the layouts here.
Are we going to get embarrassed now? Are we?
No.
Because I know I'm not HD ready. I admit that. So.
That's all right, because you're broadcasting in low def anyway, Pete. So,
Sonny, I love you. Well done, Sonny. You're a great man, top man.
They've got you as the youngest one. See, that's what's so funny, Pete.
It wasn't the other order, was it?
I should have.
Anyone else going to guess?
Yeah, Sonny said, "Rest in peace, Philip."
Yeah.
We agree.
Yeah.
But I got to find the.
You find it.
Everybody, put your lists up here again. Anyway, Paul wins.
All right.
No, oh, he does. Oh my God, no, he doesn't. Look at this. Look what Paul put up there. I love you, Paul. You can come to my farm anytime you want. Look at this. Look what Paul put up. Oh my
Youngest.
God. I'm off.
Martin. So Dave is the youngest.
Of
John
course.
is
No,
second youngest.
oldest. Dave is marked as the oldest.
Oldest.
Don't you
Is
start
oldest.
oldest? Don't you go?
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
oldest to
no,
youngest?
over here we always do youngest and best looking first.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a new problem now.
So
Wait
now
a
we
minute.
all
How
call
did
them old and
I
ugly.
state it though? Maybe it's how I stated it that would be.
You said put them in order of age, but you didn't say.
An order of looks.
No, I said, but
You
in
didn't
order
say
of
which
age,
way.
what does that mean to you guys? To me,
Well,
that's
Yep.
Robbie's the oldest, Billy's the next. No,
I think I would do youngest to oldest.
would you do that?
I've got a stake in this, so I'm going to argue it as well as I can. Dave
Yeah,
oldest. Oh no.
I'd go with going from the youngest to the oldest, definitely.
Okay, Diane
Yeah,
says John, Dave, Pete, Martin. So,
No,
That's
but
going-
which
that's
order?
going- oldest to youngest, that is.
well, that would be oldest to youngest, and that would be correct.
Yeah,
Dave
that-
and Pete are
Old
there.
to young.
Look at that smile. Did you? Oh, do that again, Martin. Look at that. That's like a commercial.
John, the one from Tracy's not working properly. You won't be able to put that up. The message from Tracy is not working. It's a technical glitch.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
working
I'll
very
throw it-
well, so
I'll
you
throw
can't
it
put
out
that
there.
one up,
I
by
gotta
the way,
find it,
yeah.
though.
Yeah,
I
I'm
gotta
glad you
find
can't
it.
find it. That's good. Yeah, Tracy says I'm the youngest. Thank you, Tracy.
Pete,
Oh dear.
Dave, John.
I
Where's
got mixed out
Martin?
on
Doesn't
that one.
count, Tracy. Sonny says
Oh.
old to young. Just want to point that out.
Thanks, Tracy.
Jim
No.
said. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, that's the best answer.
John, the oldest.
I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah,
that. I'll take that.
do you think
Oh, look at
Sonny
this. Jim says Peter's better looking.
There we go. Jim, top man. And I've got to say, by the
Look
way,
at that one. Look at Sonny now. Re-voted.
Wow.
Oh, I see.
Martin, Pete, Dave, John. So you're going youngest to oldest then. Is that right, Tracy?
We sound like the monkeys, don't we? The pop group, the monkeys.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Tracy, if you're going the other way, there's going to be trouble if somebody's saying, I look the oldest. I will be really offended.
Okay,
really
so Dave sent me his age. Otherwise, I would not have done this. But Dave sent me his age as part of this. How do I get rid of
Tracy?
Oh, there's new
You have
comments.
two
Yeah.
Sonnies. Yeah, we've got two Sonnies here.
What was this? Okay, Martin, not bad looking. Oh,
Oh, okay.
what are the Brits sticking together here? You have two Sonnies. Thank you, Sonny. This is a stressful job to me. I'm used to being the man behind the microphone, not the.
Do you know the scary thing about this? Yeah, that John is our technical guy. Yeah, you know that, and that's the scary thing. Imagine us being in charge.
I'm supposed to be the boss. What the heck's going on here? Anyway,
I don't
still
even think he
gotta get rid
knows
of
which room he's in or which country, does he?
Okay, I want to know what cosmic
John,
salt
over
water is.
here. We're
that
all
goes
Oh,
sitting
dear.
here.
So, are we going to admit who's what?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
take it. You know everybody's age now because Dave has admitted, or he sent me that he is 60 years old, and he sent me his passport as proof. So
So I have to put the order then, do I?
you know everybody
Okay.
else.
Okay, first, as the oldest, as the granddad of the group, yeah,
But looking very young.
is Amigo John. Amigo John. Amigo John is the grandpa of the Cruise Amigos.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Next, second in line, drum roll.
No,
Who do you
this-
think it's going to be? Is it going to be Mr.
this
Dave
guy-
Monk, Shipmonk? Is it going to be the old git here? Is it going to be Amigo
Me.
Martin? Is it going to be the next oldest? Is Dave. Dave is.
Well,
next,
now
is
wait a minute.
second.
You don't know what month he's born in.
I no, I do. It doesn't matter what month Dave's born in. He's oldest.
How do you know that?
Because you're trying to age me, John. That's why. And you're not.
Wait
gonna
a
age
minute.
me.
We went through this when your birthday.
Yeah, but you never listen to a thing I say, and you obviously didn't listen to that either.
Oh, that's right. I know why you're saying that now. I just figured it out.
Yeah, John.
He's got
John is
he's
the-
got a claim here now.
Okay, see if Dave can get it right.
Yep.
Dave, you see if you can quickly guess my birthday. We're very quick about this, right?
Yep.
My birthday. I'm the only. My day is the only day I can always say it's my birthday this year. It's always my birthday this year.
It's always your birthday this year.
This year, yeah. So what date is my birthday? It's always my birthday this year.
I don't get that, Pete.
No, I don't get that because
Even
I can
knowing when your
always-
birthday is.
I can always say to you, right?
yeah,
It's my birthday this year, right? So when you've had your birthday, Dave, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Your date, your birthday's gone, and then the next day it's your birthday next year. Yeah.
right.
But he can
It's always
guarantee
your
that
birthday next
I
year.
get what he's saying. He can
Yeah.
guarantee that you're older than him.
Yeah.
So is
I
Is it
always
January
say
the 1st or
no,
December the
you're
31st? Or?
Yes, well done.
31st.
Ah, right.
31st, yeah.
Right.
Well,
So
I
that's
remember
why
that.
Dave is older than me, because I am. It's the 31st New Year's Eve, by the way, and thanks for the fireworks from the Mayor of London. I appreciate it. Yeah.
You got to give me a little
Every
warning
year.
here, dude.
Yeah.
Woo!
Third. Is it me or is it Amigo Martin? Who's the third oldest? Do you
We
think?
figured that all our listeners know. Remember, we had that
Yes.
show.
Yeah, it's me. I know. So the baby. So we got the baby of the group is Amigo Martin.
Yeah, but how old am I as a baby? There's a good one. Put your comment in. Put your comment in and guess how old I am. I
Yeah,
promise I won't be offended.
excellent. Go for it, guys. Go for it, ladies. Put your comment in. Yeah,
See, Dave, this
Yeah.
all happened because
yeah.
Pete had never let us know how old he was, and Chili's in his 70s.
Diane says that she thinks that she's the oldest in the chat. Diane, that's what Diane says. I'm the oldest in the chat.
Diane,
That's
thinks-
interesting, Diane.
Where are you?
Diane
reading it?
Sanders. Yeah.
Oh, there we are. Okay, so Diane thinks that. Dave is obviously the wise monk.
Yeah.
So, Dave, if you would have become a monk, would you have been the monk?
Yes. Well, I have thought of spreading into other areas. Be a fish and chip, be a
Monk?
fish and chip monk, or
Yeah. Or before you would have been an official monk,
Shop
you'd have had to been the friar monk.
Yes, absolutely.
And then if you opened the fish and chip stand, you'd have had to been the fish and chip friar. Oh, this is way.
How about the beer monk? I think that'd be a good one. The beer monk. You can be if you've got any suggestions for what monk Dave can be, I think that'd be another good one as well. I've got to say very quickly, by the way, John, before this disappears, way back, Jack from Houston says hello, and he says he's back from surviving cancer and COVID. 4 weeks in hospital and 6 weeks in rehab.
Have I missed some things here? I should have.
Yeah. So Jack,
How far back do I have to go?
we're really glad to have you back, Jack. So well
we
done.
are.
Well done.
We had some orders here yet, so
fantastic news. So what kind of monk?
Sonnies. We had 2 Sonnies.
Yeah. Jim likes to be a monk, by the way. So that could be a new brand.
Diane, that's kind of a requirement for being on the show here. You have to be confused. That's part of the game.
I've been confused for weeks and weeks, and it's just Dave, I tell you, when you get off this show, I can see you now on Twitter getting all those handles just in case you decide on it.
Sonny, we don't know that Emma's the youngest. We also have to take Lady Mora into consideration here. And I think Lady is she's very young. So
yeah, that could be interesting, couldn't it?
Yeah.
The Godfather. That's you, John, the oldest one of the group.
Yeah, well,
Emma's 20.
Things go on here, and sometimes I may ask you for a favor. And you do me a favor, I do you a favor. Things happen,
So, Lady, yeah.
The funny thing is, I have actually used that in business. Can you?
But John, you're not going to find out. Yeah, you're not going to find out because a lady never says her age. Yeah.
Wait a minute. You think
a lady
Emma
never says her age? Emma did. Sorry, Emma. I'm dead.
Wait a minute now. Jim thinks Emma should be the fourth amigo, but wouldn't she be like the amigoette, or how would we phrase that?
The amiga. Amiga.
Do you know Spanish?
No.
A little.
Bar
No,
Spanish.
Español.
Bar Spanish then.
Okay.
Buenos dias, señor. Por favor. Dos margaritas. Pronto. How's that? Pretty good.
Yeah, that's what we in England we learn what a drink is. Una cerveza.
The wise. Yeah, we've been here.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 things you need to know: una cerveza or una café con leche. One of the two.
La cuenta, por favor.
Oh, yes. I do a runner from that.
Well, because you have to get vetted to be on our show. This is not an easy show to get on. For
how the hell have I got on, John? Have I done it?
You were like any other good pyramid scam. You started at the beginning, Pete. You don't have to get vetted.
Emma says she's not a lady. I am digging myself deep now, aren't I? I blame you.
Very deep, Dave. Very deep.
We scared Emma? No, we can't scare Emma away. She's important to us. Lady, when did you turn 27?
Really?
Would have never guessed that.
Okay.
By the way, Lady, what's your link? We got to pitch. You got to go up and see what Lady's doing in Alaska. I cannot believe the things she does up there. She's like the guy that chases crocodiles down in the south there. Sunny Trails. Don't know. Oh, it's Amigos X. How do you say that?
I think that's the like doing a MX. So you're not. It's gender neutral.
We're not going there.
John, we're running short. We're running short of time.
No, we're not. We have 6 minutes. Do you know what I could sell you in 6 minutes?
But you got some photographs, haven't you?
Well, did I not?
No.
Yeah, I got 3 more clicks here.
Didn't John say before he knew what he was doing?
He's only quiet today.
He doesn't, Martin.
He's like a duck on water. He's very quiet on the surface, but underneath, he's paddling.
He's paddling away. Yeah, Martin, by the way, Martin is probably going live as a live streamer more than anyone else.
Martin, where can we get you tomorrow?
1 p.m. tomorrow with Virgin Voyages and the Associate Vice President, Shane Riley. So head over to my page and join us on that one and ask questions, and we'll find everything out about what's occurring.
Yeah.
And Dave, where can we get you tomorrow? Where can we read about what's happening with you through the week?
Me? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, just follow me on Shipmonk at Shipmonk on Twitter or Instagram, and I'm on Facebook as well. But
I'll get that on here. And next, if we be lucky enough for you to grace our presence next week, we'll have all these listed and stuff. So if you think
Shane
you
Riley,
could you put up with us again? Chasing yeah, that's what I mean. But instead of crocodiles, you're out there with moose. Moose are terrible creatures. I've had them in my yard. Do you see right back here? The kids were going out to the bus one day, and a moose came out of the woods right here and followed them to the bus, just kind of loping along behind them. And he would have eaten them. So,
Maybe we just wanted to get a bit of education. Wanted to learn new things, get on the bus and go to school.
My class name.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well, there you go.
Oh, one more, and then we're getting out of here. Emma, she's shy. 500 tensies. Yeah, great. Okay, so we're going back here. Okay, so that was put the boys in order. Yes.
We've done that.
There he is. Okay, now I can make a banner here. Create a banner. How do they find you tomorrow, Dave?
Yep. So it's at, and then Shipmonk, all lowercase.
At SHIP. I spell that word wrong all the time. MONK. All right, that's just that. That's all we need.
Yep, that's it.
Okay, well, there it is.
And I definitely want to see those photos, John, before we go.
Pete, think about this. Take a deep breath. You're not doing it, Pete.
I'm wondering what's going on here.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, but it's all lowercase, but
well, but this is to enhance the memory of your name.
And confuse everybody, John. Confuse everybody at the same time, because everyone will be putting Shipmonk high case in.
And they might end up with the Florida lot if.
And get $290 million, and now I'm the bad.
But if it goes the other way, Dave, that could work out.
Okay.
For you,
yes.
Come on. Wait. Now we're going to get this. Right. Everybody, relax. I haven't seen you take a deep breath yet, Pete. Do you breathe at all?
I have for an hour, John.
Does the sherry just like do breathing for you? How does that work?
I've run out of sherry. I'm really good.
Okay. As long as I'm in here now, Martin. Where do they find you tomorrow?
At Martin's Holiday Village.
Plural. MARTINS. Any punctuation?
Just Holiday Village. Martin's
all one
Holiday
word.
Village. That's the one.
With Facebook. Mr. Shane Riley from Virgin Voyages. Wow.
No, we don't want that on here, Pete. At Martin's Holiday Village, all one word.
That's it. Yeah. Find me on Facebook.
Are you going to ask me, John?
I've got at Martin's Holiday Village. Find me on Facebook. All one word.
Yeah. He's a sod. He really is a sod. I was going to say, do you know, out of all the interviews I've done, this is what I'm nervous about tomorrow.
That's good.
Believe it or not.
Well, do you know what? Shane came on our show very early, and he survived it. But I was in control, Dave, Martin. I was in control then, and I got a whole load of photographs for Richard Branson. Wow.
Hey, there's a loud shirt. Smart guy.
He looks like he's going down, and he's going to ask for a table with a bunch of other singles, and then he's going to ask a girl. Oh, wait a minute. I should ask. Are you married, Dave?
I am married, yes.
Oh, sorry. Didn't want to. Okay, now so we need the answer to this one then.
Ah, yes. That's when I was given my award.
That's it? I was given my award.
Sorry. Yeah. It was Best Blogger, 2016, I think it was. So, yeah, that's me being presented with the award.
Wonderful. All right.
Wow. We haven't won any awards, have we, John?
Not yet. Pete, you always have to follow it up with not yet. Come on.
Yeah. There's always.
So do you want to ask where I am then, John? You haven't asked me where I am going to be tomorrow. Where I can be found tomorrow.
Peter, have you made any plans for tomorrow?
Yes.
what's going on in your life?
I am really excited, yeah. Tomorrow, I go to Asda for click and collect. Yeah. I'm going out. I leave my house and I'm going to Asda for click and collect to get my shopping. So I will be found in Asda tomorrow morning. Asda in High Wycombe, by the way. Just
Will you be wearing a mask? Will you be wearing a mask?
Yeah, I normally wear a mask, John. Yeah, I need a mask.
And will you have glasses on?
Yeah, so nobody recognises me. Yeah, I sort of sneak in there and stuff like that, and just in case they recognise me and stuff. Yeah,
I wish
so I will be in
you
Asda
could
click and
shop.
collect.
I wish you could shop.
Just
Looking
after
forward to
you
that.
have you done click and collect, make sure and go on the bus because you can go to the pub tomorrow.
Yes.
Dave,
Yeah.
are you going to the pub?
Maybe. We've got a booking for next week. Actually, it's the earliest we could get to actually eat at the our local. But yeah, I might be strolling past an open inn if I'm lucky.
Wonderful.
I might pop in the pub before I go to my click and collect and have a couple of drinks and stuff. I think that's a great idea. Yeah, we are released tomorrow. We can go to the pub in England. Yay!
Oh, here's Shane.
Oh, Shane's on with us now. We'll get him in for the one. He gets the last.
Wow. Hi, Shane.
Shane. Can I ask Shane a question, John?
I asked. Oh, what should I?
Will Shane be brave enough, Shane? Hi. Will you be brave enough, maybe to next Sunday, Shane? If you're, what do you think, John?
Shane.
Well, he doesn't have to answer. See, you can put him on the spot, and then technical difficulties. I don't have to answer. That's not fair.
Okay, I know.
Yeah,
because Shane was one of our early guests, and and do you know what? Virgin Voyages, it's been dreadful for them. What they've gone
we got
through.
an answer.
And yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
UK, and then absolutely.
Yeah. Do you know what? We want to hear all about what they've got. John, I am so excited because I met Dave on the ship, on Virgin Voyages ship. Obviously Martin was in Liverpool. I am so excited that Shane will come on our show next Sunday and tell us all about what's happening with Virgin Voyages. I think you've heard it first, Shane. Thank you. Dave.
And now you have a job to do this week. You have to arrange it all. So
your mission now.
Your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to.
He's already accepted it. He asked, so he's got to sort it.
Yeah. If it's in the pub, of course, because we can go to the pub. So there we go.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. You're going to go shopping. You're going to go to the pub, and we're not even going to see you till next Sunday. So.
Yep. Click and collect. Yep.
Hey guys, we have hit the hour. We kind of make it a promise that it's not going to run over than that. This has been. We're going to take a minute. You guys do it first, and I'll clean up. So, Martin, end of story.
Well, I'd just like to say what an amazing guest Dave is, and I've followed you for quite a while and for many moons, and just watched all the things, and you're just amazing. So to do what you've done, well done. Thanks for coming on board tonight.
Thank you.
Hey,
and for me, I'm actually a fan, Dave. To be honest with you, I'm a fan of you because I love following your blogs. I love getting all the information. And as I said, I was invited on the Scarlet Lady in Dover. I was so excited because I met Emma there. It's so lovely to meet Emma. But I remember waiting to get on board. And of course, I saw you. I saw you in the corner, but you didn't know me. But I knew you. I knew who you were as well. And so, yeah, you've kept us going all through the tough times with your information and updates. So it's been an absolute honor for me to have you on the show. And I really hope that we're going to see you more regularly. I really do.
Pete, message from Dave. If you see me in a hallway, keep walking. No.
Hey, this way. Yeah.
Final thoughts.
Well, it's been great fun. Thanks for all the comments. It's been a real pleasure. I do try and keep up with the news and keep breaking it. So thanks for reading and following and everything else. And it's been a real pleasure to be here. So hope to come back again sometime.
We'll take a vote and we'll get back to you.
Yeah. Get me on with Emma and Janine and Sue or whoever.
And as you can see, we have a lot of fun. We try and get some information out to our listeners and try and put a little bright spot in their day, because you got to admit, we've all kind of gone through our own independent kind of hells this year.
John?
And that's what this is about, to just bring people together and a little ray of sunshine and some fun.
Can I make one suggestion, John, very quickly, if you agree?
We are rolling out.
We started with a wonderful message from our wonderful friend Chili. A lot of people wouldn't have seen it, because they only would have seen it if they had seen it come on in the first sort of 30 seconds of the show. I wonder whether or not, I think what a wonderful way to finish with that lovely message from Chili as well.
Should I play it in reverse then? So, kind of a...
Yeah, please.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, then,
people get a chance to see it.
And Dave, please stay on the line after the goodbye. Just we'll be down in the green room. So,
yes, of course.
Okay, so folks, we're going to say goodbye. This is what Chili did at the beginning of the show, but if some of you joined us midstream or something, it's just, you can see and hear Chili. This was his intro, so it's going to sound weird at the end, but we're just going to close out the show at that point. And you'll kind of understand if you know Chili, and one of our good friends. And we are, of course, keeping him in our thoughts and our prayers as he is fighting the big one. And you'll get it. So here's Chili. And we'll see you all next week with, I guess, a really great guest from Virgin Voyages. And Dave might pop in. You just never know what's going to happen. So stick with us here on Cruise Amigos. Have a great week, everybody.
First, greetings and my appreciation for all your thoughts and prayers over the past troubling months. Over the years, I've been lucky enough to make some awesome friends like Emma and Sue and Janine and so many others. And so I'm really excited to see my longtime friend and advisor, Dave Monk, with the Cruise Amigos. You guys have a great show.